And then we got a clip of Charlotte Flair declaring herself for the Royal Rumble match. And then we got a tag match of Flair and Asuka versus Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans. Your favorite match, it seems.
This was weird. This was really, really weird. Okay, so for starters, I wrote on here, oh yeah, I forgot that Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans were a tag team. And then my next note was, oh yeah, I forgot that Charlotte Flair and Asuka are a tag team. And they're the champions. Totally forgot about that one as well. But this match was designed to like make Charlotte look awesome. She came in, she was in control. The heels then took control before she immediately came back and just went straight back into control again. Asuka came in and got beaten down. Charlotte gets the hot tag. But the really weird thing about this match is that Lacey Evans the whole time was flirting with Ric Flair. Like from the off, she was waving at him and being like, hey honey, all that stuff that she does. And was flirting with him the whole time. When it got to a point where Charlotte came over and slapped her, they were brawling on the outside. Don't know why the ref didn't call for a DQ there. 2 non-legal people brawling on the outside. History goes to tell us anything. It should have been a DQ there. Yes, but then it got to the finish where Lacey Evans starts like crawling along the apron towards Ric Flair and grabs his tie and like tries to like pull him in for a kiss? Question mark? Who knows? Charlotte then like boots her off the side. Charlotte gets back in the ring with Peyton Royce as the other legal competitor. Peyton goes for a kick, which misses. Charlotte then bounces off the ropes and Ric Flair then trips Charlotte. Peyton is nowhere near her at this point in like the middle of the ring. Ric Flair trips Charlotte, his own daughter. She then gets rolled up by Peyton Royce and loses. And then Ric's like, oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I'm so mad for you. But why, though? You tripped Charlotte. There's no one else you could have tripped.
Oh, he was so horny, Pete. He was so horny. He just reached out for his daughter's leg.
That's got some worrying implications.
I'm literally, that's what happened. That's the story they told. You ever get so horny you just blindly fumble in a different direction? And maybe not. Just a little bit of housekeeping. I got a new camera, see, but unfortunately I haven't got enough ports. So this is currently going into the power outlet. And I figured the laptop would last for an hour and a quarter, but it's at 6%. I'm going to plug in the power. It'll momentarily, it'll take me to my rubbish camera. Okay.
This is going to be so seamless. You watch, people won't even notice that you're gone.
You can hear me though, right?
Except for the WrestleTalk logo that's on the screen.
Oh my God, there's so many messages going. It looks like your camera was unplugged. Okay, there we go. And absolutely seamlessly.
This is great.
Oh, no,
this is also brilliant podcast content, this as well. Real good.
I have to leave and come back?
Oh my God.
Oh no. Okay, Pete, start talking about what happened next. I'm going to exit and come back in.
God, this stream's going so well. Okay. Riddle versus Lashley was very good. Hey, welcome back. There he is.
This was always my... God damn it, I'm rubbish. You can see the wall. We're 40 minutes in now. I think if you're watching by this point.
Now we know. This is exactly the same cycle as last year, where it was like, look, here's Goldberg, inevitably going to pop a rating because it's a surprise thing and people like Goldberg, the casual audience especially. So it's going to pop a rating and WWE go, Goldberg's ratings. Let's put the title on him. It's a flawless plan. It's exactly what they did last year. And I'm really scared that they're going to do exactly the same thing this year.
Yeah, so let's try and work out. Let's try and unpack what we think is going to happen here. To catch everyone up, the long reported plan has been Roman Reigns. Well, we broke this. We broke this story on WrestleTalk.com with Louis Dancourt. He said that his sources told him it was going to be Goldberg versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. That was the match they were going to do because they can't do Rock at 37, effectively. Now, Daniel Bryan last week declared himself for the Royal Rumble. The idea was it was going to be Reigns versus Bryan at Royal Rumble. Then Reigns was going to face Goldberg at Mania. But now, apparently, it might be Bryan at WrestleMania. So Bryan Reigns at WrestleMania, which means Goldberg is this floating character. He's come out here. You know, I think everyone expected it to be a rehash of that ultimately dropped Roman versus Goldberg WrestleMania 36 match. But no, it looks like from out of nowhere, it's going to be Goldberg versus Drew, at least at the Royal Rumble. I guess you could have that match. Goldberg somehow loses, or God forbid wins, and we get a champion versus champion match. And you still go with that at WrestleMania versus Roman. I think that's a terrible idea because you've got two heels there, essentially. Roman's being booked as a heel, but Goldberg will be treated as a heel. But here, I felt like Goldberg was being a heel.
Yeah. See, the thing with the show as well is because they ran over time. A lot of the segments were overtime, and everything went out of schedule as the show progressed. So that the ending segment was cut very short. So I don't know what Drew's promo was going to be, and whether it was going to be him being very complimentary of the legends, and he was supposed to be like, oh, I'm surrounded by all these lovely people here and stuff. And then Goldberg comes out and be like, you don't believe those words that you're saying, you idiot, which would have been slightly more face, but even still, that's still a bit like delusional heel side of things. But the fact that Drew didn't get to cut a promo means that Goldberg is just really insecure and like really delusional about everything, which is super weird. So yes, it really did make him come off like a heel. I don't think that was intentional though. I don't think Goldberg's supposed to be a heel. I think they just screwed up the segment and it came off weird, and they'll never reference it again. And Goldberg will just be Goldberg in the coming weeks.
Yeah, that could definitely happen. We were talking on our sort of first team meeting of the year earlier today on Google Meets with everyone that another worst case scenario could be Goldberg beats Drew at Royal Rumble. You have Goldberg as a heel, and then Drew gets to win it back at WrestleMania 37, maybe in front of fans.
Why though? What would be the point? I don't understand. What's the benefit?
But we're not saying like this is a good idea. We're trying to predict what WWE are thinking.
Yeah, I know, but it just makes me mad because I don't get the point. If you want to give Drew a big kind of victory with a big pop kind of thing, don't make him look rubbish before then. And also, you're going to have to wait for a full capacity audience to get the pop you really want, because at the minute it's going to be like a half pop, which is, again, not what you really want for Drew. It's just really unfortunate timing. There's no way around it. Drew's going to have to wait. And I don't think the way to manufacture that is to take the title off him to then have him win it back again. This would be the second time if they did it, because they did it with Orton randomly. So this would be the second time they've done it to Drew, which, unless they just really want to hotshot the title and make him a 3-time WWE champion real quick, like I think that would be terrible. There was one even worse possibility that I came up with in the call that everyone loved, which was Goldberg beats Drew, is the champion. Brock Lesnar returns and wins the Rumble. Goldberg versus Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that is the worst timeline, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Joe Binley, this company, Goldberg. Sorry, do you want to do it in Luke's voice?
This company.
Goldberg is 54 and so boring. If he wins the title, then I'll never watch the product again. The amount of disrespect shown to the fans and younger talent is disgraceful.
Yeah, I mean, I know the promo was probably in character, but Mustafa Ali summed it up best on Raw Talk, just being like, these legends paved the way, but they literally never let us walk that path. What's the point in them paving something for us if we literally can never use it? Stop doing this. Yeah.
What a promo.
Yeah, it's great, wasn't it?
Renee, I want to say how genuinely upset I got from Goldberg coming back. Normally I like Goldberg, but as of late, not really. And I'm in fear that he's going to fiend Drew McIntyre, fiend being a verb now. But if Drew wins, he can be an even bigger star and be solidified as a star.
Yeah, kinda. I don't think Drew gets anything from beating Goldberg, though. I really don't, because he's already beaten Lesnar and held the title for like a solid year, bar the one loss to Orton. But I don't, maybe in the eyes of the casual fans, but I don't see, there's a lot of people that I don't think him beating Goldberg would be like, well, now Drew's a main eventer, because like he already is. I don't know.
You can take this, you can play this clip back to me. I think Drew is going to beat Goldberg. And you know what? Fine. It's the Royal Rumble. That pay-per-view isn't about the title matches, it's about the Rumble matches. Whatever, right? You get Goldberg on TV for a few weeks. Vince is happy. They need the ratings right now. Maybe Goldberg will bring some of those in. I'm going to take a positive outlook.
Yeah. See, if it all goes to plan and Drew beats Goldberg, fine. He beat this huge megastar, continues his run. Goldberg is not seen at WrestleMania or anywhere else near the show or anything at all. This was his, instead of WrestleMania, he's here at the Rumble having a title match. That's his thing. Fine. I can deal with that.
I'll tell Vince. Pete signed off on it.
Yeah.